New Google Gemini Personal Intelligence Update. You're wasting hours digging through emails for one receipt, scrolling through thousands of photos to find that license plate number, asking AI the same questions over and over because it doesn't remember anything about you. Meanwhile, Google just changed everything, and most people have no idea this even exists yet. Hey, I'm Ava. I help people actually learn and use AI tools effectively. And today we're talking about Google's Personal Intelligence Update for Gemini. This just launched in beta on January 14th, and it's completely different from anything you've used before. Here's what makes this a big deal. Every AI assistant you've used so far has one problem. It doesn't know you. You ask ChatGPT something today, tomorrow it forgets everything. You ask Gemini to suggest a restaurant, it gives you generic results anyone could get. Personal intelligence fixes this, but not in the way you think. Let me show you what this actually does. Personal intelligence connects Gemini to your Google apps, Gmail, Google Photos, YouTube, your search history, all in one tap. But here's the key difference. It doesn't just pull information, it reasons across all of it. What does that mean in real life? Let me give you an example from Google's VP Josh Woodward, who tested this. He's at a tire shop, needs new tires for his 2019 Honda minivan, standing in line, realizes he doesn't know the tire size. He asks Gemini. Now, any chatbot can tell you tire specs for a Honda minivan. That's basic. But Gemini went further. It suggested two different tire options, one for daily driving, another for all weather conditions. And here's where it gets interesting. It referenced their family road trips to Oklahoma that it found in Google Photos. Then it pulled ratings and prices for each option, all personalized to how they actually use their car. Then he gets to the counter, needs his license plate number. Instead of walking back to the parking lot and losing his spot in line, he asks Gemini. It pulls the 7-digit number from a picture in Google Photos, then helps him identify the van's specific trim by searching his Gmail. Done. Think about how much time that saved. Think about how many times you've been in a similar situation. Needed one piece of information buried somewhere in your digital life. Had to stop what you're doing. Search through emails, dig through photos, call someone, or just give up. When I first started exploring AI tools seriously, I felt overwhelmed by all the options and features. That's when I found this community called AI Profit Boardroom. 1,800 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Now let's talk about how this actually works under the hood, because understanding this helps you use it better. Personal intelligence uses something called context packing. Here's why that matters. Gemini 3 can process up to 1 million tokens at once. That's a lot. But your Gmail inbox alone probably has more than that. Your photo library definitely does. So how does it work? Context packing lets Gemini find and use only the specific subset of your data that's relevant to your question. You ask about tires, it doesn't load your entire photo library, it finds photos of your car, emails about your car, searches related to car maintenance, then reasons across just that relevant information. Now let's talk about privacy. You're giving an AI access to your emails, your photos, your search history. Here's how it works. Personal intelligence is off by default. You choose exactly which apps to connect. Want Gmail but not photos? Fine. When you use it, Gemini accesses your data to answer your specific request, but it's not training models on your personal information. In that tire example, the photos and emails aren't used to train the model. They're referenced to deliver the answer. What gets used for training? Your prompts and responses only after filtering personal data. Gemini will reference the information it used so you can verify it. If a response feels wrong, correct it on the spot. It learns your preferences. There are guardrails for sensitive topics like health. Gemini avoids assumptions unless you specifically ask. You can use temporary chats for conversations without personalization, and you can disconnect apps or delete your history anytime. Now let's talk about the limitations, because this is beta, and Google is upfront about what doesn't work perfectly yet. You might encounter inaccurate responses. That happens with any AI. But there's also something called over-personalization. This is when the model makes connections between unrelated topics. Here's an example Google gives. You have hundreds of photos of yourself at a golf course. Gemini might assume you love golf, but maybe you don't love golf. You love your son, and he plays golf, so you're there for him. The AI misses that nuance. If this happens, just correct it. Tell Gemini you don't like golf. It'll remember. Gemini also struggles with timing and relationship changes, divorces, breakups, job changes. If you upload a photo with your ex-partner, Gemini might not realize you broke up unless you tell it. These are the kinds of contextual nuances that require human correction. Google is actively researching and improving these areas. They published a whole paper on their methodology and current limitations. Link in description if you want the technical details. Here's how to get access. Right now, this is rolling out to Google AI Pro and AI Ultra subscribers in the United States. That's the paid tier. Over the next week, eligible users will see an invitation on their Gemini home screen. If you don't see it, go to Settings. Tap Personal Intelligence, select which apps to connect. It works across web, Android, and iOS, works with all the models in the Gemini model picker. So you get the same personalized experience whether you're using Gemini 3 Flash or any other model. Google plans to expand this to more countries soon. They'll also add it to the free tier eventually, and it's coming to AI mode in Google Search. So this is just the beginning. This is Google testing with a limited group to learn and improve before wider rollout. Now, I want to talk about what this means for how you work with AI going forward. Up until now, every conversation with AI has been isolated. You start fresh every time. You repeat context. Personal intelligence changes that. Your AI assistant actually knows you, remembers your preferences. This means less time explaining, more time getting useful results. Think about which apps would actually be helpful to connect. Don't connect things just because you can. Connect things that will improve your workflow based on the problems you're trying to solve. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 1,800 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not. Which tools are worth your time, which ones to skip, no hype, just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 38,000 members who are crushing it with AI. Now, here's what I recommend you do next. If you're a Google AI Pro or Ultra subscriber in the US, watch for that invitation to enable personal intelligence. When you see it, think about which apps would actually be useful for you to connect. Don't just connect everything blindly. Be intentional. Try it with some basic queries first. Ask for book recommendations. Ask it to find a specific email or photo. See how the personalization works, then correct it when it gets things wrong. The more you correct it, the better it gets at understanding your preferences. If you're not in the US or not on a paid plan, this is still worth paying attention to because it's coming to free tier and more countries. And understanding how it works now means you'll be ready to use it effectively when it becomes available to you. The big takeaway here is that AI assistants are moving from generic to personal, from tools that forget everything to tools that remember and understand context. Personal intelligence is Google's first real step in that direction. It's beta. There are limitations. But if you understand how to use tools like this effectively, you're going to save massive amounts of time and make better decisions with more context. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, like and subscribe. Drop a comment if you have questions about personal intelligence. And I'll see you in the next one.